The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. So, let me ask you something. What are you most afraid of? In Smash Bros, of course. Not just, I'm not trying to be a psychiatrist right now. What are you most afraid of when it comes to a Smash Bros match? Is it losing your stock? Is it losing the set? Is it losing the matchup? You know, there's a lot of things that you could be afraid of in a Smash match, and given how many variables there are with this, where like, you know, you don't know if you'll die at this percent or you might get 0 to death at this percent, you know, you can never really truly not be fearing something when it comes to Smash Bros. But there's one character that you probably already know who I'm going to refer to, who really loves to thrive off of people's fear, and that character is Lucario. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, Lucario is a character that is designed to strike fear into your opponents, and I want to teach you how to use that to your advantage whenever you play Lucario to really just control the match, because Lucario may not always be the threat that, you know, that he wants to be, but when he becomes that threat, he basically becomes the most impressive character in the game, even more so than Steve. Because you might be thinking like, oh well, Steve, if he touches me like with an up tilt diamond axe, then I'm gonna die at like 50, or you know, like Luigi, if I get grabbed right now, I'm gonna just eat an up B and then die at 40 or something. Like, you know, you're always gonna be scared of those things. But Lucario, he is the character that's unique in the fact that he has the potential to explode your stock literally any given moment. Like, as soon as he gets enough aura to actually threaten the stock, that aura just keeps building and building. It never goes down. I don't know where this conversation or misconception came from, where people are saying that the aura goes down whenever the opponent loses the stock. No, it just goes up slower. Lucario will always gain aura, and he only loses it when he dies. So as long as Lucario is on that same stock, he can probably be at max aura for it pretty much forever, or just, you know, until he loses his stock. But the thing is, right, you don't want to just rush in and just try and take the stock soon, because like if you try and mash on them, then you might die to a double team, or might die to a fade away back air, or you might die to an up air. You know, there's a lot of Lucario is about straight hits that can kill you randomly. That's why he doesn't really have a whole lot of like true combo games outside of aura spirit canceling, because could you imagine a character like Lucario who has like busted easy to use kill confirms? Like, imagine if he had like up tilt up air that works consistently. It does work, but it's very reactable, and it's one of those things where it's not really a true combo unless the opponent lets it be. And it's you don't really die to it unless you're actively, you know, not paying attention. You know, it's not one of those things that's gonna always catch someone and kill them. Most often than not, you might just get in a slight juggle scenario, but it will never be like oh, I just died because I got up tilted, you know. But that's the thing, right? People still don't really know that type of thing off the top of their head. At least not like anyone who's not like a pro player. Maybe even the pro players may not know, because Lucario is a very, very, very uncommon character nowadays, with Gacha P being really the only pro, but even then he's not always active. So Lucario does not have a whole lot of representation in the top level, if at all. But it's the thing is, right, Lucario, when it becomes a fear factor type of thing, he is the best at it, bar none. Like even Steve with Diamond, Cloud with Limit, Sephiroth with One Wing, you know, Kazuya being Kazuya. There's a lot of characters that can really make you go, oh shit. But Lucario, he maintains that all the time, because you never are truly safe from just exploding out of nowhere. It's like you may think that, oh well, I just killed him and now I'm like at a 3-1 stock lead, so surely I can just win this match now, right? But it's like you never really know. Yeah, all it takes is one random force smash, and then your stock's gone, and another one, and then that stock's gone, and before you know it, you're on your last stock. That's the thing. But my point is, how do we use that fear to control the match? How do we use that fear to kind of manipulate the opponent into playing how you want? Well, when it comes to manipulating the match, it kind of really boils down to not approaching all the time. And I know that sounds kind of boring, but trust me, it is the best way to actually, you know, utilize your aura, because while rushing in can work at certain matchups, most of the time that will end up with you just losing your stock earlier than you should be, because you might fall into a random stray attack that they throw out just to try and get off you, but it ends up killing instead. So it's really, you just want to play with them. You know, you want to go up there, like pretend that you might do something and then just back away with a B reverse, something like that. Just something that kind of makes them want to throw out an option, and then as soon as they throw out an option, you just go in and just, you know, punish them, bait and punish style. You know, simple concept. Everyone knows what that is who's played Smash for long enough. Bait and punish is Lucario's whole thing. That's like he can either play hit and run or bait and punish. That's the thing about Lucario. But bait and punish is better when you have high aura, and hit and run is better when you have low aura. So you have to switch up the tempo every now and then, although you can play a hit and run play style with Lucario at any percent, or a bait and punish playstyle at any percent. Usually you want to do it low percent hit and run, high percent bait and punish, because if you're initiating too much, then they get too comfortable with reading how you're approaching, and then after that it becomes a matter of them punishing you for approaching poorly at one time. That's all it takes. Everyone's punish game is really good nowadays, so you have to make sure that you're constantly aware of where you are and where they are. You know, just, you want to pressure them though, even if, like, especially if they're a zoner, never give them room to breathe. Like, you want to always be just in enough distance to like dash force palm, or just enough distance to dash forward and like raw back air. You want to always be in the threat bubble. And what a threat bubble is basically just the immediate area that they themselves can occupy. So for a zoner, it might be like the entire stage, because, you know, they can throw projectiles, but usually that equates to anywhere where they can throw out an aerial and hit you, or throw out a smash attack and hit you, something like that. So you want to stay in their threat bubble, but just in the right range where they can try and punish you, but if you react fast enough that you can get away, and you can also go back in and punish them for trying to punish you. You never ever want to make a big move first unless you're absolutely sure. I mean, obviously Lucario benefits from reads and callouts a lot, because if you land a good forward smash on them near the ledge and they're at kill percent, which is going to be as low as 40, then, you know, that's a free stock, you know. But you never want to give that stuff for free. You want to make them work for it, because as soon as you show your hand too early, then they start getting more comfortable. They start getting less scared. You want them scared the entire time. So the less you approach, and the more that you stay back in, kind of like go like, ooh, am I gonna approach? Am I gonna try and kill you now? Ooh, like the more you do that, the more it makes them be like, I gotta make a move. Because like, what people always do against Lucario at high aura is they get to the point where like, okay, I've hit him with too many straight hits, but he's not dying. I need to do something right now. So they run in, maybe do like a forward smash out of nowhere to try and catch you off guard. They'll run in with like a back air, if they have a fast enough back air, or up air, whatever the hell. One of their fast kill moves. So something that they think they can throw out real quick. And that's when you go, aha, I got you. And the best thing to do usually is just the force palm. But if you're feeling spicy, you can try and down B and hit them with the double team, because double team will kill insanely early if you can land it, especially if they're in midair. Like the best way to use double team, and this is probably going to be reserved for like a double team video, but I will say right now that the best way to use double team in this scenario, always wait until, if you know that they love to throw out an aerial to try and kill you, like say you're going up against a Zero Samus. Like Zero Samus, they love to throw out back airs. Back air is one of their best aerial kill moves, outside of maybe, I guess, off stage forward air if it works. But say they want to throw out a back air to try and just catch you and kill you, because they can't really kill you super well. Well, what you can do is wait for them to try and go for a back air when you think they're gonna be going for one, especially if they're doing it the classic double jump then back air. Then when they're coming down, you double team and then you hit them, and then boom, they're dead. 60%. It's really just that simple. Like, you can't let them ever feel comfortable, and you have to make them keep second guessing themselves, because the more they second guess themselves, the more afraid they are, and the more afraid they are, the more chances you have to punish them for that, you know, passiveness and being too scared to make a move. Because a lot of the times some people will be really comfortable with just dancing with death like that, but you gotta kind of find a way to make them fearful, because even if someone doesn't look like they might be scared of you, you can still kind of see it in the way they play, because sometimes they might be shielding more, they might be might be doing more air dodges, they might be doing more rolls, they might be doing more they might be like mashing like crazy if they have like good frame data for it. There's a lot of ways to show fear in your opponent. It's just that some people's fear equates to, as they say, fight or flight. Sometimes they might mash, sometimes they might try and air dodge more, shield more. And of course, when they mash more, you down B more. If they shield a lot, you force bomb. If they air dodge a lot, you wait for an air dodge read and go for either a back air or up air if it's at a percentage that's good for it. Or if you're feeling cheeky, you can go for a down air. And if they have a bad enough linear recovery, then that's kind of does a free stock for you. So what we learned today is that you should be using their fear against them as much as possible when you're at high enough aura, because Lucario is so good when you get to abuse the fact that you're at such high aura where you can just kill them off a straight hit. So if you're not utilizing that aura well enough and you're not playing like more backward, more passive, a little bit more like waiting for them to make a mistake type of deal, if you're not doing all that, then you're just kind of wasting precious, you're just wasting an opportunity to really just throw the match in your favor. Because if you can get them to be fearful of you when you're at high aura, then you can kind of dictate how the match is going to go, and then from there it makes getting a win a lot easier. So what we learned today is just use that high aura. Anyway, I just wanted to make this quick video about this because it's something that I kind of feel like talking about, and I just wanted something more to talk about Lucario because I haven't really had a lot opportunities to talk about Lucario recently. I want to make a more dedicated video on more of his moves, so if you guys want to see more about insights, because I have a lot of stuff to share. Okay, I've been playing this character since Brawl, so I have a lot of stuff to share ultimate wise about how Lucario works, even just for fun little facts. Anyway, that's been enough for me, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye now.